don't want to think about that. It's the PH, healers are back, but it's a weird version of tankier, big setup roamers. Although they are still here, but we have enough flexibility to reintroduce the healers into the meta.
Here we go, game number 1. Literally, the opening salvo to one hell of a season. That's bound to be hitting your way. Live from the Victoria Sports Tower. It's a capacity crowd in the stadium. Let's open up the international rivalry.
Well, if you...
Sold out here today.
It's sold out. Well, if you look at the difference between the Rafaela and the Matilda, the Rafaela is way more annoying. The Matilda's annoyance comes in quick little, not even quick, it's bursts with a slightly longer cooldown between the shields.
One could time it out.
Yeah, you could time that out. For the Rafaela, if it gets to the point of the late game or it gets a lot of farm and hella cooldown, it just keeps going and going. The healing, that little damage slow thing that she does, the holy baptism.
It's all good, and the mobility that comes with it. I love that. You know, that's kind of what you tell your team. It's, guys, I got hella cooldown now, and we can make movements across the map, you know? And meanwhile, too, it's flying clouds. So if these fights break out and they extend, you got to always remember that they can get back in the fight really well. No, now it's okay. I was wondering. Oh! He takes a shot, too, from the Shatter. He's going to heal back up with the regen here. Light is there, so they'll back off. But that was a good poke down to even get a battle spell out.
Some quick action up top in the EXP lane. Something to note, Coil went for an interesting rotation. Remember, you noticed that. He did not go for neither buff first. He went for green, and then Little Wanderer, and then rotated around, which is why I guess there was nothing for Aurora up top.
Yeah. Take out there. Oh, the mid.
I mean, they can't really set something up here with the lineup that Aurora has. They can poke a bit, but I feel like ONIC's lineup gives them at least the upper hand, at least for now, until the level 4s come through, because they're really relying on either the Wrath of Dryad from Light, or of course for Yue's Holy Baptism. He's got it now, but the Turtle's going to be started up by King Kong.
Really good spot here for ONIC. Watch out!
Oh!
Daytona's welcome. That is a small Kirk, but in gets the shot, and Nats will go down first blood. Coil's a little bit too low, gets a heal, but now bottom side, Domeng taking a couple shots from Severo. There it is.
Ooh.
Oh, nice little dodge there with the iframes, but that is going to be a Turtle going over to ONIC.
Kirk proving that it's not what you got, it's how you use it.
Yeah.
Great use of the Detonus welcome, and ONIC were just on it instantly.
He was just a guy. He wasn't the big guy.
He wasn't the big guy.
A guy.
A guy. But then you quickly become the big guy once you get that fight in there. Once you're in that fight. In the bottom lane, though, I'm not surprised that Dominic's not having a good time against this Melissa. In this current landscape, I'm not the biggest fan of the Claude. No matter who the player is, no matter how good you are, if it is your signature, great. But it's Claude, man, up against this faster scaling meta, the Zoom meta.
Woo-hoo. That, and for the first one, 6-7 minutes, you're not doing anything. Oh my lord, ONIC committing a Grand Theft Purple.
Oh man, it kind of, you got to remember, I mean, you highlighted this coming into the match, Leo. You said, you know, you got so much vision and utility for ONIC. Well, that's something that Novara does for you. You know, you can shoot from afar, you can provide vision with the Astral Echo. There's just so much you can play around here.
It's a miracle that ONIC are just 500 up.
Yeah.
I could have sworn they were going to be like 1,500 up after the first turtle.
They are still getting a farm. Still 3 minutes in at this point. This is a good lead for them.
Yeah, that's, again, going through this. Okay, don't miss the action, by the way, starting August 25th. We have more of M8 coming for us.
That's next Tuesday. MDL Philippines Season 8 starts. Why are they putting so much pressure on Nats? Is he the ticking time bomb?
He's the guy. He's the Palag buy-in. Well, he's one of them.
Not even that, though, because I think that's just how much they don't care about the Claude at this point. They're like, even if it gets to the point where he gets to farm up okay, and I think Severo's giving them the information, this dude barely has any farm. You guys are fine. Just go to Nats.
I got him. I got him in a chokehold.
Yeah, he's all good. Nats, on the other hand, maybe just focus on that. Yeah, because without Nats, you're stuck with a Belleric, you're stuck with a Rafaela. If the Alice can't make an impact, there's not enough time to buy for Claude or maybe even for Coil to do a little bit of damage. It's an awkward spot for Aurora. Their timer comes way later into the game.
Okay, but they seem to be saying the time is now. As for the second turtle, they're first to the scene.
Well, they're going. Daytona's welcome used. Naz jumping in with the gleam. Finds that stun. Now King Kong will be able to get the turtle. Fight's going to break out anyway. They're going to chase down Aurora here. They just have to disengage, but they can't escape. Super Prince land in the shatter.
Brilliant flicker along with a welcome by Kirk.
Oh, they want to take this orange buff too, King Kong. taking some damage, but he can Guiding Wind out. Man, Super Prince is just covering fire.
They took Coily's lunch money again, right in his face.
And when you shut down the explosive jungler of the opposing team that needs him to pop off at this time, then you will ride into the sunset with a victory. Skypiercer picked up there by Coil, but ONIC has the lead, and it's going to be tough for Coil to chain kills together to turn things around. ONIC might be able to win this sub 14 minutes. If it goes past 16, then it's RORA's time. But in this modern meta, that's way too long.
Yeah, it's the timers have changed a bit through this meta, and you can just see already ONIC. You know, we talked about the 500 gold lead they had earlier. Now it's ballooned up to 2,000. They're looking to take down this bottom turret. Circling Eagle used up. Pushing Domeng off. And that's an easy turret takedown for ONIC. You gotta watch out for these shatter shots too. From a distance now, Domeng. He's gonna get really low here. Again, Super Prince lining it up. Domeng just wants to go back to base, but look at Super Prince.
They're not letting him. And that's the right call.
They are stepping on his neck right now. Nothing. He gets nothing. For the first 6 minutes, I don't think I'm wrong to say, Kirk has been calling the shots. Kirk has been the big boss. He's Tuco.
Yeah.
Tight. That's him. This is mainly the reason why Aurora can't do anything. Wherever Kirk rotates, Aurora just turns tail. Oh, my God! Coil gets taken down!
What happened?
Welcome back home, Coil.
I mean, hey, UA brings him back. Hopefully it just doesn't come back to another one of those because that looked bad. And now you got 1,000 gold difference between the junglers. Actually, 1,000 plus. This is going to be a turtle going in the hands of ONIC. They've got good control around the objectives and just across the board right now.
Did RORA really think that they'll be able to win this early game? Again, they don't have the right damage profile to deal with this Barrett. It's heavily dependent on the Alice, which is, again, to go back to that thought of why are they focusing so much on the Alice. If the Alice can't front for the team, then Kirk's going to be happy. But even if, when Kirk catches the Alice of the Death and his welcome, it goes down so quickly. That was before all of the chain deaths. The RORA really just has to wait. It's so different to see this kind of game in modern MLBB.
It's a fundamental oofski, as just defending tier 2 down bottom seems so perilous for Aurora. They're down 4,000 gold. It's a low kill game, 7.5 minutes in. If I were to calculate, I'd say Aurora could really do something at like 12 or 13. If ONIC don't get any more kills.
You know why that's so tough too? What you're seeing is the amount of pressure that can be put on, not just from Severo, the pressure here, but the Melissa also has great zoning potential with the Muddles. But then you stack up a Novaria for Super Prince. They can't even get close to defending their turrets. I mean, that's what we're seeing Aurora struggle with. So the further that they're pushed into that defensive position with this lineup, the further they fall behind in the game as a whole.
That's why I wanted like a range artillery mage to have at least some mid-game power spike that can turn things around in case they look dicey as they are now, or someone to find the backline, again, to find Novaria.
And maybe it's because ONIC got it already. What if RORA were thinking about picking up the Novaria for them, but then suddenly at Red 4, it was an easy slot and pickup. Again, we considered heroes such as the Farsa as an option, but that's not really going to be the best up against
Sicilian.
the Mathilda, the Barrett, Sicilian. My bias would have been great, but maybe because...
Daytona's welcome again, right into the wall. The shatters there, light. Pops the flicker, but now they're going to force the fight in the jungle anyway. Kirk chasing him down. Domeng, he's actually doing fine, but they won't lose anybody. But man, Aurora, they're losing the real estate across the map.
Light reminded me of myself last night when I went up to the fridge and said, what am I doing here? I think he wanted to get an ult, but thought twice about it and said he's just happy to not be dead.
Yeah.
Oh, that worked out well for him. But did it work out well for you? Do you remember why you went to the fridge?
I got a glass of milk.
Hey, keep those bones strong.
Calcium.
Calcium.
ONIC going straight for the Lord. Aurora has no business contesting. They're happy to at least get out of the base and push and defend between tier 2, but as it is, ONIC 6,000 up. I'd say if Aurora don't get on the board at least at 12 or 13, it's over. This could even end at, dare I say, this first Lord.
Because even if they decide to go for a full fight up in the next siege, they're probably going to lose 2 for 1.
Yeah, because they don't have the wave clear of a traditional mage.
Yeah, it's not going to be the easiest time. Like, they're really going to have to throw bodies at ONIC to stop them from being able to push. Sacrifice 2 and get 1 really good target. But if you don't get that target, then it's not going to work out. And look, it's so difficult for Aurora to clear minion waves, as we've been pointing out. Even just in that example,
Yeah.
Severo just literally threw out Muddles and forced the whole team back.
It's so miserable because Coily has to use his kit.
Yeah, just to avoid things
Avoid
when
it.
you want to use it to kill.
This is what I'm saying. Like this long range lineup in this zoning lineup that ONIC is using is just, it's so tough to see for Aurora trying to defend against it. They're trying to do so much, trying to maintain this. They still got that lore to deal with too, as they lost the Holy Defense Shield up top. So the rest of these should pop here. Let's see if ONIC forces a fight.
Lord does crash in. Holy Shield pop. Successful defense by Aurora.
Yeah, I don't know if ONIC actually wants to put the pressure here more. They could flicker utilizing Kirk, but might not be worth it.
my God!
You don't need to. Light walked right into that, gets thrown in the wall.
Oh, that's-
now tries to set things up with the throne of ruin. Super Fritz off on the side here. Gonna go ahead and throw a shatter out, but the respawn comes through. There's the revive. They still defend though.
Okay.
No damage.
It's clear that the setup is there, but the payoff is nowhere to be found as well. Remar, you're right. There's just no damage.
It's like I'm watching my open mic night where it's all set up, but the punchline just fails to deliver every time.
ONIC goes for it again. They want to push in. Light put down on 8 of his health.
Oh no!
Okay, he's gonna actually survive this one. They do keep their base turrets up, so amidst it all, still good enough for Aurora being down this much and holding on to base turrets.
They are living hand to mouth, like literally their whole kits. Thankfully, battle spells are intact to be able to clear and survive.
No Trinity yet for Domeng. No room to farm. Again, this is how fast it is now.
Oh,
Now,
That's going to jump in again. Daytona's welcome in there. Domeng on the backside. He has to go back with the BMI. He did enough damage, but no one falls. Star Shatter. It's going to line up with Naz. So on the escape, and King Kong was possibly looking to clean something up. They want to get that one turret. There's still 1 HP on it.
too much sustain on that Melissa. Again, this one, it's a late game Melissa. It's Trinity. It's not the one with the Haas Gloss and all that. It's just Fighter Emblem, and that's how much health you can regain. Well, I mean, it has a Malefic Gun.
Severo isn't even their problem.
Yeah.
Severo is, if we can get to him, sure. But them getting a kill is a miracle as it is. Second Lord has spawned. Aurora still so far out of the woods. I don't think they should contest. Maybe they should just wait. Maybe defending in their base is their last chance. I'd say use the turrets, punish ONIC, stare down the barrel of a 10,000 gold lead and hope for the best.
Yeah, I saw them place themselves around this lord, and I was like, oh, I don't know if you want to do that. You're down 10,000 gold. Better to continue to farm up. Remember how we mentioned earlier on, too, they needed, what did you mention? Past the 12-minute mark. Well, they've gotten at least here.
If ONIC hasn't died yet.
Yeah.
Or if ONIC hasn't got more kills. But look, ONIC scored, even threatened to push down bottom.
Yeah.
So I'd say you push again another 2 or 3 minutes.
This defense is going to be really rough for Aurora. Even if they can hold on, they're probably going to lose 3 or 4, and then ONIC can just end it with the next wave. But maybe this is what Aurora decided to play into. Maybe they knew this is how bad it was going to get. But again, they still do not have the damage to hold on to the idea that they can turn it around this late. They have to hold on to these 2 or 3 more big sieges by ONIC.
Say goodbye to that bottom lane inhibitor. Lord has taken care of it. Still standing. Massive echoes!
Goes dropped down.
Oh,
Foil trying to clear out that wave, but now turret's going to be worked on, and Light, quarter of the health, he's going to have to go heal back up. The Lord is finally going to be worked on, but wow, the base will be locked in right now. Severo looking to end it, but they're going to force it anyway. Super Yoshi able to get out. Another shatter landed down, and now Severo unleashing. He'll take out the last turret. They've got the 1 cannon minion. Coil trying to buy some time. Domeng looking for something to do to stay in game 1. But there's too much damage being overloaded. And ONIC looks to take it out. He pulls out the minion wave, but now they can just lock down. And ONIC will take game 1.
Slow and steady.